When you think about the cost of college, I'm sure what pops into your mind is the tuition price, or maybe imagine the tuition price minus what you receive in scholarships. Perhaps you add in student fees and books and travel costs and other costs associated with going to college, and all those are important. But let's talk about the real cost of college. This is a cost much higher than the check you'll eventually write to a university. Yes, you need to count the financial costs, and in later videos I'm going to show you why coming to Belhaven will save you tens of thousands of dollars. But first, I want to encourage you to look past the money to count the real cost of college. Where you go to college will have much more impact on your life than any other single decision you'll ever make except for your faith. It will set the trajectory of your life, your career, your priorities, your lifestyle patterns, and even the kinds of people who you'll walk the journey of life with. And for good or for bad, that decision will also impact your faith as well. At Belhaven, we want to help to develop the deep spiritual grounding that will stay with you in the tests and storms of life to come, and to hold you up so that you will not just survive, but you will thrive. You know, all the research shows us that the most important decisions of life are made during the college years. And if those are good decisions, your life takes off to achieve goals of significance and service. But if those life-shaping decisions made during those college years are made in an environment that doesn't share your values, and you're not surrounded by a community that provides generous support, like too many students, you may spend years recovering from the college choice mistake. Unfortunately, much of higher education has focused on four priorities that I see starting all with the letter S: size, sports, sizzle, and status. Belhaven University is completely different. Our four priorities I summarize with the words that start with the letter C: character, caring, community, and Christ. That's an enormous difference. Now, there's no doubt a big campus with all its resources and parties and televised football games is attractive. But I've helped too many families pick up the pieces from the mistakes made by that decision when they tried to grow in an environment that wasn't focused on what matters most. Do you know that it takes an average of 5.5 to 6 years to graduate from a flagship major university? Do you know that in those schools they plan for a high number of students to never make it to graduation? Do you know that at those schools your freshman and sophomore courses probably won't be taught by real faculty, but only by graduate students? Do you know that research tells us about 50% of biblically strong high school students will lose their faith if they attend a secular institution? Do you know that college is tough, and there'll be times you'll fail and fall, and if someone's not there to pick you up and walk alongside you, the consequences are enormous? That is the real cost of higher education. Let's start with what matters most: your life, your calling, your dreams, your highest purpose. Saving a few dollars on tuition is not worth the cost of giving up what matters most. This is the most important decision of your life after your faith. And because the price of you getting your college choice wrong is so high, and the value of getting it right is equally high, I can't encourage you enough to make this decision well-informed, in consultation with people you trust, and most importantly, seeking God's guidance. Don't fall for the size, sports, status, and sizzle. Those may look attractive initially, but I encourage you to look deeper. College should be much more, and you have a high calling. You're more gifted than to settle for trinkets when your life is a treasure. Count the real cost of college first, and then let's look at the finances. In the next video, I want to begin to tell you how you can financially afford the kind of high quality and caring community offered at Belhaven University.